you up to speed on the latest in sports. I'm Sean Yao. After a couple weeks of intense competitions across hundreds of sporting events, the 2023 SEA Games is coming to a close today. We have Paolo Del Rosario reporting to us over the phone to give us the latest. Pao, hello. What time is the official closing ceremony and what can we expect? Will there be special performances or anything of the like?
First of all, so today, Sean, and the closing ceremony will happen later on at 7 p.m. Cambodian time, 8 p.m. Manila time. And as we saw in the opening ceremony, what is expected is to be another spectacle that will showcase Cambodian culture and, of course, bring an end to what was a great celebration of 2 weeks of sports here for the Southeast Asian region. Sean.
All right, we asked you this at the start of the competitions. How is the mood today? How is the morale of our athletes over there? Have you spoken to any of them? And has that mood changed over the past couple weeks?
Well, in the first few weeks, definitely the first few days of competition, the athletes were nervous, were excited for the competition. And now that it's all done and dusted, a lot of them are very content and happy with the way that they have performed here in the Southeast Asian Games. Sure, there were a few disappointments when it comes to certain sports. But overall, with 58 gold medals, more than what we ended up with in Vietnam just a couple of years ago. There is a sense of fulfillment and optimism and just general happiness with the way that the Filipino athletes have performed here, Sean.
All right, and would the same go also, or the same hold for our sports officials? We, of course, know that our sports officials have gone through a little bit of a shuffle in the recent months. Have they commented on our performance this year, and how are they taking our performance?
Well, I haven't gotten spoken to them after the games have ended, but throughout the competition, for example, I had a pleasure to interview POC Vice President Richard Gomez to talk about the lack of preparation for some of the sports and how it would have been easier had the finances been available earlier on, had the changes of administration did not happen. But then at the same time, I was on to POC President Bambol Tolentino, and he was saying that the goal was to end up around 5th or 4th place in the medal tally, with the consideration that Cambodia will be much improved considering that they are the hosting nation. And with the Philippines ending up with in 5th place and with more golds than in Vietnam, you could safely say that they're happy, but it could have been better in many ways for our national team athletes and sports. John.
All right, well, hoping that this is a great learning experience for everyone. Thank you for those updates, Paolo Del Rosario. And as Paolo has said, it is mission accomplished for Philippine athletes, specifically for Gilas Pilipinas, as they reclaim the men's basketball gold in the 2023 SEA Games. Marty Bautista with the details.
Revenge tour complete. Gilas Pilipinas has successfully recaptured the gold medal in the 2023 SEA Games after downing Cambodia in the finals. After a tight first quarter, Gilas showed off in the second frame to establish a double-digit lead by halftime. From that point, the import-laden Cambodia squad ignited several runs to try and get the lead back. But Gilas drained timely shots down the stretch to keep the opponents at bay, en route the victory. Final score 80-69 in favor of the Philippines. Justin Brownlee delivered again for the Pinoys with 23 points. Chris Newsom added 16 points while Marcio Lassiter chipped in 10. This is the 19th gold medal for the Philippines in the men's basketball tournament of the biennial meet. Head coach Chot Reyes says defense was key in them securing the victory.
We knew that we didn't have the offensive weapons, nor the outside shooting that we normally used to have. And so from day one, we said, if we're going to win this, we're going to win this on the defensive end.
Brownlee, meanwhile, gave props to the Gilas coaching staff for making the right adjustments. Cambodia earlier defeated the Philippines in the group stages.
They seen some things that a certain way we can defend them, and they went with it. We just got to give a lot of credit to our coaching staff. They've been working extremely hard in between games with a short amount of time, so they made the adjustment, and it was definitely an adjustment that went in our favor.
The road to redemption wasn't an easy one for the Philippines this SEA Games. Aside from fortified lineups by opponents due to more naturalized players, Gilas also had to endure pressure from Pinoy basketball fans to retake the gold. The Philippines' almost three-decade reign as kings of SEA Games men's basketball came to a screeching halt last year after it lost the gold to Indonesia. Add this, the injuries to key players like R.R. Pugoy, Junmar Fajardo, and Japeth Aguilar, as well as availability issues of top players who either have prior commitments or playing overseas. All these summed up make the gold medal win even sweeter for Gilas. And they didn't hold back celebrating in the dugout after the final buzzer. They even sang the iconic 90s song Manila by the band Hot Dog. Before ending it with a prayer.
We came here on a mission, gentlemen. Mission accomplished! Lama Pilipinas!
For News 5, Marty Bautista, we are One News.
We're taking a timeout. The game on One News Now will return after this. Stay tuned. You're still watching the game on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. 6 more golds were added to the country's medal tally in the last day of competition in the 2023 SEA Games. Here's the report.
Several Pinoy athletes also won gold in the last day of competitions of the Cambodia SEA Games. Kickboxing, wrestling, and arnis bets racked up twin medals respectively on Tuesday. Gretel De Paz outshined her opponent from Indonesia to win the top prize in the women's low kick 56-kilogram event. Claudine Veloso, meanwhile, added to the list of Pinoy champions in this year's game after winning the gold in the 52-kilogram event. Veloso defeated her Vietnamese foe en route her first SEA Games gold.
Lahat po ng suntok ng mga kasamahan ko po, mas malakas pa po sila kaysa sa Palawan po. Kaya sabi ko po, tinanggap ko po lahat ng suntok at sipa ng mga seniors ko po na worth it po talaga.
Wrestling bets Ronil Tubog and Alvin Lobreguinto also bagged respective gold medals. Tubog lorded over the men's freestyle 61-kilogram event, while Lobreguinto reigned in the 57-kilogram category of men's freestyle. These were the third and fourth goals of the Philippine wrestling team, which also won 7 silvers and 5 bronzes. The Philippine Arnis team added 2 more gold medals from the SEA Games, courtesy of Trixie Lofranco and Crisamuel Delfin. Lofranco copped gold in the women's Año non-traditional open weapon event, while Delfin also bagged the gold in the men's division of the event. Team Pilipinas ends the Arnis competition as the winningest country with 6 golds, 2 silvers, and 4 bronze medals. For News 5, Marty Bautista, we are One News.
And after 2 weeks of competition, the Philippines ends its 2023 Southeast Asian Games campaign at 5th place in the overall medal tally. The country racked up 58 golds, 86 silvers, and 116 bronzes for 260 total medals. This is way more than the 227 total medals in the Vietnam Games and 6 more in terms of gold medals. Vietnam emerged as the winningest country in this edition of the meet with 355 total medals. After Vietnam is Thailand, Indonesia, and host country Cambodia. Right below the Philippines is Singapore at 6th with 157 medals, of which 51 are gold. At 7th place is Malaysia with 176 medals, including 34 golds. Below it are Myanmar and Laos, while the last 2 spots are occupied by Brunei and East Timor. Thailand is set to host the next edition of the SEA Games on 2025. Get your fill of the latest in sports at onesports.ph. Meantime, the news day continues later at 4:30 p.m. I'll see you then. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.